Okay, here we are. You knew this was coming. So, this video is the first part about programming in BASIC on the Amstrad CPC 464. Yes, this is the one that I put an Android phone in. Let's see if I can show that right there. I found out a couple of days ago there's a guy in Australia that actually makes an all digital recorder that can be connected to this. I found that out too late, but so I'm going to go with the Android solution I've got here. But so if you guys are interested, if anybody out there is interested in being able to save and load using modern equipment, I think it was Retro Shack did a video about the player recorder that's being built in Australia, and so I refer you to his channel, and he can point you to how you can order one of those. But the point of this video is that I want to write a game on this machine because I've never programmed on this machine before, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting. So, and another thing, okay, when I record videos, I just like to record the whole thing without editing it. So I've got a little cheap video switcher that I use to switch between shots, so I don't have to go back and edit. I can just record the whole thing. So if you see like glitches in between shots, that's the cheap video switcher I'm using. Alright, so the game I want to create on this machine is a classic. It's the first video game and arcade game I'd ever seen and I'd ever played. And I'm going to switch shots and show you what it looks like. And that was SEAWOLF. And it was a submarine game, and I just thought it was amazing. I wasn't very old, probably like 7 or 8 or something when I played this game at a restaurant that had it, and I just was awesome. Back in the 70s, I really enjoyed submarine movies and stuff like that. Submarine TV shows like Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, and such things like that. So I love this game, and it just blew my mind. So this is the game I'm going to recreate on the Amstrad. Well, my version of it. So it may not be an exact, duplicate. And it looks something like this, the arcade version did. So I've already created some of the character definitions. I found this online character generator. If you're interested, you can probably look this up and find it. And it will give the bytes needed to create this image. So I'm going to use this. I already went through here and created I had to create in sections, like the first part, the second part of like the battleship, submarine, a mine right there, torpedo, it's going to be kind of like a bubbly explosion, not too fancy. Depth charge, that's right here. This is something I found out looking up some stuff on the CPC that you can use this to reduce flicker. Basically, it's a VSync thing you can use in BASIC to cut down the flickering. Alright, so I'm going to cut back to the shot. I'm going to try to see what some of these characters look like together. And I'll switch to the shot of the CPC screen. There we go. I also found out something else. This computer is not limited to just 10 characters redefinable. You can actually use a command called symbol after to like specify how many characters of the character set you want to use to redefine. And it does that because it has to set aside memory for that. So it's not as limited as I thought it was. Alright, but for right now, I'm just going to start out with 245, and I'm going to define the first part of this battleship. And this one, let's see, the second half of it. No, that's right. 4, 5. And I need to use commas instead of periods. That would help. 4, 4, 5, 5. Okay. Now, supposedly this should print. Oh. Still getting used to this keyboard. So what this does. That don't look too bad. I'll switch to modes. Okay. But for programming purposes, I'll probably use mode 1 to program it in, and then when I do the game, I'll use mode 0 to make it bigger. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. I can go up, that's fine. That don't look too bad. That'll do, that'll do. So, I wonder what the submarine will look like. Let me see. That's right. Well, no, it's not. I need to actually specify the character. Okay. that'll work, I think. That looks decent. Yeah. Now I'm going to try to save this. Let's see. I'm not sure how many characters it'll allow me to use. Let's see. Switch shots so we can see what's going on here. Okay, I think I can name that. Yeah. Call that. See. Where's W? There. 1. Okay. Now, let's see if it'll load back. Make sure there's nothing in memory. Oh. Play it back. It's got a long lead to it, so I waited before I pressed return on the keyboard. Yeah. Cool beans. Okay. So this is just a start. I'm going to do the other half of this video tomorrow. This was just to see if everything worked. Once again, I'm testing out the video switching situation, about switching shots and all that stuff, and you know, making sure the character definitions was gonna work out, and it looks pretty good. So when I have more time tomorrow, I'm going to do part 2 of this video, and it's going to be my version of SEAWOLF, classic 1976 arcade game, by Midway, I think. I'm going to put it on this Amstrad CPC 464 computer using BASIC. This thing should be fast enough. I think it's running like at 3 megahertz, so it's either 3 or 4 megahertz, so it should be fast enough in BASIC to do a pretty good version of SEAWOLF. I did do a previous in a previous video, probably about a year ago. I did my take on SEAWOLF on a Commodore 128 using BASIC 7.0, and that looked pretty good. But of course, it's got sprites. This does not. This does not even have a character mode. Everything you see on the screen, switching shots, all that's bitmap. This computer has no character mode. So will that determine the speed? Yeah. I mean, will that affect it? Yeah, probably. But I'm hoping it's gonna be fast enough. So until tomorrow, this will be continued. Appreciate you guys. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you tomorrow with the second part of this video.